I grew up in a Catholic church. Went to church every Sunday till I was 19. Um, Always had a great foundation of God and who God was, but I really never had a personal relationship, nor did I understand what that meant. After my wife and I got married, we started shopping churches. Didn't really find anything that we liked, and of course, I didn't really like the traditional type churches, so we found it convenient just not to go, I guess, for several years. We received a flyer from Sycamore Creek, at the time of Sycamore Creek Community Church. We put it on our refrigerator and left it there for a while, and finally we went to service one Sunday, and it was immediately different. It felt different. The music was very uplifting, something that I wasn't used to, and it really struck me as something that I liked. Our daughter at the time was 10. She asked us immediately after service if we could come back, and of course you pretty much have to at that point. But we continued to come to Sycamore Creek Community Church for quite a while. Really enjoyed the messages. They were relevant. Really enjoyed the music. I noticed that during the service I was really talking to God a lot. I was thinking more introspectively and just trying to understand what God had for me. And I think the music, I really believe the music broke my heart down so that I could communicate better with God. It was, we were sitting in Father's Day service. Father's Day was always kind of tough for me because my father died when I was 4. A lot of things were going through my mind that day, and just thought about how I could become a better father and do the right thing. Really didn't know what that meant, didn't know how to do it. I closed my eyes during the music and just reached out to God, and didn't know what to expect, but I felt God touch me that day, and He told me that the only way that I could get through life and be a good father was to rely on Him and accept Him into my life. I did it that day. Didn't really understand it. I opened my eyes during the music and had tears in my eyes. Didn't understand what had happened, but I needed to talk to somebody right away. After service, I talked to Pastor Tim, told him what had happened, and asked if he would meet with me. And the following day, we discussed what had happened, and he told me that I accepted Christ in my life. I believe that God brought us to this church, for me, probably because I needed I needed to break down the barriers that surrounded me about traditional church and really not having an understanding of a relationship with Christ. And I believe that the music, the upbeat music, really led me to accept Christ into my life. And to this day, I love the music. I find myself praying deeply during during the music and really getting close to God. And I'm very thankful that I had that defining moment, and that Sycamore Creek enabled me to break down the barriers, and God to break down the barriers in my heart and enable me to accept Christ in my life. And it's really meant a difference in all of my kids so far. We have 6 kids that have been baptized at Sycamore Creek Community Church. I'm very thankful for that.